What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Cinco, where three friends get together and argue about how dumb their fucking picks are about movies. This week's episode is brought to you by Miller's Outpost. Did you ever wonder
Yes,
what a
yes.
did you ever wonder what a wall of Levi's would look like? Well, fucking Miller's Outpost got you. And for some reason, I felt like they had every size,
Every
every color,
color.
every cut. Miller's Outpost was a man or a teenager's dream because you could
Yeah.
find everything you wanted there. And I'm not talking about that bullshit Anchor Blue franchise that try to come in at the end and try to be cool with their shitty pants. I'm talking about good old fashioned Miller's Outpost. All right, guys. Hey, Stevens, say hi.
Hi, everybody.
What's up, Enrique? How's it going?
It's going good. It's going good.
Enrique is so prepared for today's episode. It's fucking crazy. And
So
remember,
prepared.
my name is Ivan. We have already been talking about it, guys. This week's episode is movie franchise. Even though Enrique's only watched 6 movies in his life, he is ranking what he says are the top movie franchises. But we have already said that this has been the toughest list to date, right? Can we all agree that this has been the toughest one to date?
This is
Yes.
so hard. Yeah,
It's
very
it's
What
it's
do
the
you?
challenging.
hardest one to narrow down to 5
Mhm.
for sure.
Yeah.
And you guys are also probably going to say something that's going to make me go, "Bah!" and remind me of something that maybe I just completely, for some reason, fucking forgot of, even though I truly do enjoy it. Just because franchises, it's a weird definition and stuff like that.
Mhm.
But that we talked about this last time about movies that kind of put us in awe. We were talking about this, like, first time in the movie theater for me, it was Terminator 2 and so forth and so on. But okay, we were having this conversation at the little one's birthday party. Is this basically beyond the 2000 comedies that
Yeah.
Judd Apatow and Judd Apatow, who's the other guy? Um,
Todd
Judd,
Phillips. Todd
Todd
Phillips.
Phillips. There's another one, right? But anyways, that group of comedies, we're talking about your old schools,
Mhm.
Anchorman's, 40-Year-Old Virgin, Knocked Up. After that, what have been the best comedies in the last, like in the 2020s? There's a whole generation of kids that don't have fucking R-rated comedies.
Yeah.
And I know the reason why is because they don't make money. At least that's what studios are saying, right? But you
Yeah.
have to be lucky if you catch something on Amazon, if you catch something on Netflix. And I think because they don't make money, you don't get the super, like, I just want a good R-rated comedy, damn it. Like, that's what I'm starving for. So we'll probably make a list of this, but what was that movie? Number one, what do you think about comedies? What the hell's happening to them? Similar to the R&B group, where did they go? And then number two, what is one of those comedies that just made you laugh out loud? Like you were fucking dying in the movie theater at your house when you first watched it. Since I've had time to think about this, number one, I don't know what's happened to the comedy. I know it's a money thing, and I know that, like, those actors, like, you could always count on Will Ferrell. You can always count on Ben Stiller. You can always count on those guys. I think they're just like counting their money now, and I don't mean that in a mean way. Like they did their thing already, right? And I don't know if there's people coming up that even like even Jonah Hill and those guys, like, you haven't seen them in a while, like stuff like that, right? Like, where did that comedy go? And also, I know that the time, like, is different, and a lot of stuff we laughed at is probably not looked at.
Yeah.
But I almost think what's sad is I almost think being able to laugh at that
That may be
was
the
easier to.
that may be the biggest reason, honestly, is the censorship. The You just can't make those comedies anymore. They're not gonna be as widely accepted um in half the country, in either just
But
Which
what's
which is
crazy
gonna
about that
affect
though?
which is gonna affect the box office numbers, right? People aren't gonna
Yeah.
be willing to go watch them. And then on top of that, now you add, which I love the streamers. I love having all the, Paramount Plus, Peacock,
Hmm. Hmm.
Max, Netflix. But that's also, I think, has hurt those type of movies because now they're just putting them on. They're just going to streamers. Um,
So I think what's sad about that though is that being able to laugh about it might be a first step or just an intro to accepting it. Like, and dude, they
well,
made fun of like,
it's
for God's sakes, Anchorman has a whole Telemundo cast of non-Mexicans like playing the Spanish speaking Telemundo, and I fucking laughed out loud. Like, I thought that shit was hilarious. Like, I don't know, I just think like you can't. And everybody wants free speech except if it's not for them. Like, it's like, no, man, you can't be that way. It's got to be for everybody, right? And
Yeah.
and I think, but I know what you're saying though, right? You're gonna make a certain joke, it's gonna piss people off, and then you're stuck, right? Like, you can't do that anymore.
it's not
And that's
PC
a tough one.
anymore, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
That's like political correctness, right?
Mhm.
And not offending anyone has has ended things like that. Because you can't make you can't make fun of a group of people because someone will be offended.
Yeah. But I thought comedy was that last thing we had. I thought
Yeah,
that's what say you know what I mean? That was like the
I
last
think
one that we got.
I think there are some stand-ups who are still tackling
Mhm.
that, and especially now,
Mhm.
I think they're like, "Look, that's a little too far. Like, we can laugh about it because, right, acknowledging it and making fun of the way we act and whatever. That's how you get people to. That's how we got to where we were, right? Comedians making fun
Mhm.
of stuff that happens in society. Like, that's just part of it. But I think like the trying not to offend has just taken over more so than money. Yes, but I think they don't make money because they can offend people. I think that happened first, and then the money is gone. But
And
no, go ahead.
go ahead. I was gonna say but I think the most important thing, as much as they want to act like a censorship, it's the money.
Of
It's
Right.
course they're
they
not
don't
going to
give a
make them if they
shit
don't make
about
money.
exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly. And I think that's the biggest thing for sure.
yeah.
Um, dude, laugh out loud almost fucking pissed my pants in the movie theater. Anchorman. My God,
Oh,
the first time I watched that, I could not fucking stop laughing. My wife looked over at me and said, "This is the stupidest movie I've ever seen." And I'm fucking tears coming out of my eyes. Like, I thought it was great. I fucking, all the quotes that came out of that movie. Like fuck a whole I heard a podcast the other day that said before there was memes, there was fucking dudes quoting Anchorman. And it's true, bro. Like for like you got so many fucking quotes coming out of that movie. So for me, fucking movie that I can remember. And then movie that I fucking thought I forgot about this the other day and I enjoyed it was Please Do Not Destroy, The Legend of Froggy
oh
Mountain
yeah,
or The Legend of something Mountain. That
yeah.
shit made me laugh out loud in three or four different spots, and you could see these kids didn't give a fuck, and they made an R-rated comedy, and I thought it worked. I enjoyed the shit out of that. So, what are you two guys? What do you think? What's a movie that made you laugh out loud? What are you feeling about comedies? Are your kids gonna get to watch good comedies? And then, like, what was the one that made you laugh out loud?
I mean,
Enrique,
for
are you
me,
ready?
yeah, I mean, for me, comedies is my favorite genre overall. I hate that there's not those rated R comedies in theaters because that would get me out to theaters more often. Um, I just for me comedies just being able to go back to them and just laughing and having a good time. I think for me is the whole point, right? Is having a good
Hmm.
time when you're going to the theater. Um, I've seen a lot of comedies back in the day in theaters. One of the ones I remember laughing the most at was The Hangover. The Hangover was
Mm-hmm.
amazing
Mm-hmm.
in theaters.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's funny you mentioned Anchorman because when that first came out, I didn't really like it for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
It took a couple watches for me to kind of get it. And after I got it, I was like, man, what an idiot that I didn't. I was the problem, obviously. And
It
now
wasn't
it's
you. It wasn't them. It was you.
it was
One of those
me.
situations.
Yeah. Now
That's
it's now
awesome.
it's now it's one of my favorites. And American Pie. American Pie was one I
Oh,
remember.
good
Oh
call.
yeah.
Yeah, that
Mm-hmm.
one was great because
Mm-hmm.
that one for us for our age group, it was right after high
Mm-hmm.
school. Like I
Mm-hmm.
don't know about you. I mean, I'm sure you guys were going to movies at the time. I was actually going to a lot of movies. Um, as I was in college, and I was always because of my on my way to go to school, I was always passing by a theater that me and Amanda, my at the time my girlfriend, we would always be going to theaters. We sometimes most weeks we would watch, geez, I don't know, almost 5 movies a week. Just
Oh
Damn.
because,
wow.
yeah, just
Wow.
because,
Mm-hmm.
because a lot of the days, you have in college, you will have a class in the mornings, and you have a big
Yeah.
gap in between, or we just,
Mm-hmm.
just we would take advantage because where we lived, we didn't really have a theater, so we kind of take advantage while we were out. So it's kind of a combination of things, but and at the time there was every weekend there was banger comedies coming out, you
Hmm.
know.
Mm-hmm.
So, um, but yeah, those were a few that come to mind.
Those are all good. So for me,
Yeah, dude.
you've mentioned
Mm.
them already, but when we saw 40-Year-Old Virgin in a
Oh
theater,
yes, yeah, that's a
Oh,
fucking great one.
that
dude,
like
bro.
that's one of the best, like, where everybody's laughing and you can't hear what's going on because everyone's laughing so hard.
Yeah,
I loved watching that in a theater just because, like, when you watch at home, it's still funny, but you know there's a difference when you're around people who are
hmm
laughing at something and you're at home going,
Hmm.
haha, that's funny, right? Like,
yeah,
it's not the same kind of
Hmm.
laughing. And then just to give, like, some ladies some love, but Bridesmaids also
yes,
Well,
that's a
was
great one.
Bridesmaids a
fucking
banger,
funny.
bro.
Yeah,
Yes,
Great.
it
Yeah,
was fun.
I ain't mad at you for that at all. That
Um
was hilarious, bro.
that's a
yeah,
good
and
call.
those ladies were something together because it was like a dude's movie, right? It was like the first time it was a
Hmm.
dude's movie, but it was all chicks. So
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
enjoyed that, and that was really fun too. Yeah, you don't
You
really
know what's
get
another?
those. You don't get any shitting in sinks anymore, do you?
no,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. But like, man, like, we need to shit in sinks more often, guys. What the hell, man? Dude, Tropic Thunder.
Oh my
Out, bro.
gosh!
Tropic Thunder, fucking in the movie theater, dude. From the moment that Booty Sweat, the fucking music video dropped, bro, I fucking like somebody got in my head and got all my dreams out there. It was racist. It was fucking hilarious. Like it was drugs. It was guns. Like it made fun of everybody, dude. Like
Yeah,
everybody, everybody. South Park did, right? They said, "Fuck it, we're going at everybody in this," and I love that recently they try to call out Ben Stiller, and he was like, "No, then you don't get it. I'm not
that's
saying
it.
sorry. We
yeah,
literally are making fun of
Fun.
people who like that's the whole thing." That these guys
Yep.
take themselves so seriously that he would be a white guy playing a black guy that wouldn't get out of character. Like
Yep.
you don't understand. That's a joke. Like
Yeah.
that's the joke,
Yeah.
and it's funny because I bet you half of the people that are mad probably never even watched the movie or don't get
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, they just don't even get it. So that was another one, dude.
Or watched until they saw him and were like, "What the hell?" and then turned it off,
Or
right?
watch the TikTok about it.
Yeah.
Or watch the
Yeah.
TikTok about how it's a bad movie and they made fun of A, B, C, and D and yada 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 or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was
Yeah.
another one. That was another one. But so many good ones, man. I love you, man. We were talking about slapping the bass the other day. Tomcats. I don't know if you guys remember that one.
Yeah,
Do you guys remember
That
Tomcats.
Tomcats?
Yes.
Tomcats a banger, bro. Like there's these little hidden ones that if I took time to think about it, and I'm sure comedies will be on one of our lists for sure. There's so many fucking good ones. So
mhm.
many good ones. Other movie news, switching completely gears. I've heard that everybody that's watched Gladiator 2
Yeah.
says
People
it's a fucking banger, bro.
people watched
Like,
it already?
yeah, the early whatever, I don't because it comes out in November. It comes out next month,
Oh, I guess that's true.
and
It
people
looks
are
good.
saying like, "Yo, here it goes, bro. The first movie to really be a movie that you need to go to the theater again." So
The
I'm thinking
second
fucking
Well,
opening
the
weekend,
second trailer looked
big.
really good.
Yes,
Top Gun
yes,
Maverick already has that.
that was good. That was good. Yeah, you're right.
For me, that
You're
was the
right.
first one that was like, all
Mhm.
right, fuckers, here's a
You need to
movie
see
for
it
the
big.
theaters. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, and I think that I love the first Gladiator. I think it still holds up. I rewatched it recently, fucking amazing. And I'm like, dude, if they can do that again, and you got Pascual, you got Bettis in there, you got Denzel
Mhm.
Washington in there, like
oh
they're
really?
continuing the story. Yeah, dude, they're
Mhm.
continuing the story with him being Russell
The
Crowe's
sun.
son
Yeah, the
and stuff
sun.
like that. Yeah, like it's I'm excited about that one for sure, man. That's one that I'll probably be catching for sure opening weekend, like big.
Not not Russell Crowe's son. He died. It's the
The daughter's son, sorry,
what's his name's son.
the daughter. Yes. What the fuck was his name?
Joaquin Phoenix.
Joaquin Phoenix. Yeah,
Is that
Joaquin
him?
Phoenix is good. Yeah,
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 okay.
yeah. Exactly. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's his
Joaquin,
son.
man. Yeah, so many good movies in this goddamn thing. Like so many good actors in the first one, and it seems like they really and got crazy with that second one also. So I'm excited about that for sure. But you're right. Good call on the Top Gun. You're
Yeah,
right. I'm
Yeah, that
like
was
that movie was big, bro. Like, yeah,
it was good.
it
It was
felt
good.
big, right?
Hmm
And I think it was what the use of practical effects. It's just one of those things, right, where it just fucking looks good,
Yeah.
and just kind of badass and stuff like that. No, that played all they played. It was funny.
hmm
If it tugged at your heart without Kilmer, like it did it all.
Yeah,
You're right, man.
yeah, yeah. It
That
was
was a
good.
good call.
plus
I could
that
rewatch that crap.
the star, what's his name? The hottie guy. What's his name? You
Oh,
know who I'm
Oh,
talking about.
Tom Cruise.
No, he's not the hottie.
no.
It's the other
Uh,
guy. I forget his name at the moment. It'll come to me.
ah,
Yeah.
yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, they played football on the beach with shorty shorts. Not as short as they did with the fucking volleyball, but they played football on the
Oh
beach,
my
and that's what it
gosh.
is. Yeah.
That was
Can
my
we
favorite
talk
part.
about short shorts for a minute? I have been
Sure.
Oh, go
watching
ahead. Yes. Go
I've
ahead.
been watching like old horror movies, right? 'Tis the season.
Okay. Hmm.
And so I've just been going through all of these things, and I was watching Sleepaway Camp. And if you've never seen it, it's a dumb 80s horror movie where at the end you're like, "What?"
Okay.
But they wear the
Mou-
shortest freaking
Miles
shorts in
Teller, by
there.
the way.
Yes, thank you,
Miles,
Miles
T-
Teller.
Miles Teller.
Um,
No, no, no. But Miles Teller's not the hot guy in that movie.
no, it's
It's
the
the
other
other
guy
guy.
too. It's the Iceman
Yeah,
guy.
the guy
But
from
the
the guy from Twisters.
Twisters, yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
Oh,
the guy
forget
that
what.
she's talking about.
But Miles Teller
Glenn
is hot.
Powell. Glenn Powell.
There you
Glenn
go. Thank
Powell,
you,
there it is.
Glenn
That's
Powell.
the
There
guy.
you
Yeah.
go. There you go.
Sorry. So yes,
So we
Sleepaway
can
Camp.
put
Yes,
we can put him in some shorty shorts like in Sleepaway Camp.
that would be good.
Yeah, their shorts. I'm not joking. Google it right now.
Shorts on
And
Mhm.
on men?
yes, like these camp
Steven,
But
these camp
but
counselor
that
dudes.
was that
They
was the
have like
70s, right?
but their shorts are like this, and their legs are like this. Like it's
guys,
so bizarre.
y'all, y'all haven't been out in the wild, bro. That's back. These
It
Oh,
dudes are
is.
not
out here
that
with them
short.
shorts. No, Steve, there's some dudes out there way too much
With
now.
short
To the fact
short?
where where my gay brother's even like, damn, that's gay.
Oh.
And he's like, I'm from a gay dude, bro. Like he even says that, like they're
So
too damn
stupid.
short. Like he's so the other day he said that we went to the soccer game in LA, right? So you got them dudes out there, and a lot of times, bro, I think every dude doesn't skip leg day anymore because these fools got some massive piernas on them, and like their shorts are up, man. Like
Yeah.
it's a thing. It's a thing,
Why?
dude.
Why? It's
Soccer
weird.
players
I'm not
soccer
saying
players
they gotta
started this
be
shit.
like to your calf, but
Yeah.
they like what they don't gotta be so short that
Oh my God. I
I'm
was telling
looking for your junk. Like I don't need to
yeah,
see
I
that.
was I was telling the kids that like back in the days, if you showed any part of your knee, you'd get beat up,
Oh
bro. They
yeah.
would call you a sissy and beat you up, bro. Like, can't show knees, bro. You crazy? Now these
Yeah.
guys are like mid thigh, bro. Like they got to be wearing thongs because these fools like their boxers would be too damn long if they had like the boxer briefs on. So yeah, you're right. Short shorts. I think yes, 80s. You look at those old basketball pictures, but it's not much
Oh
better
yeah.
now.
With the tall ass dudes. They
Yeah,
were wearing
and then
regular
it's even
shorts, but they're just
it's because
shorter
they
on
were
them.
tall. All right, today's topic. Oh, this was a tough one. Think
So
about long
difficult.
legs and these long lists that we had. Stevenson was at 12 and had to cut it down
Ugh,
to five.
I know.
So, top our favorite movie franchises of all time. Our top cinco for movie franchises. All right,
Wow.
Stevens,
It's
ladies first.
I hate this because I'm
What?
like I always gotta go first.
What is your top five movie franchises of all time? Let's see if we cross any streams here. What do we got?
Well, it was challenging because I had to think about like what makes one franchise better than another. And so
Mm,
I went with like the effects it's had on me, I suppose. So
yeah,
at number 5,
Wait,
I
I like
hold
it.
up.
put
Hold up. Give us an honorable mention first.
oh
Oh, you son of a
Let's
bitch.
give ourselves a
Son of a
bone
bitch.
here. Like let's
oh
Okay, an honorable mention?
yeah.
honorable
Okay.
mention.
Can I say 6 and 7 maybe?
Sure.
Um I was really torn between
Sons of bitches.
Terminator and Indiana Jones.
Okay. Yeah.
Like they're not on my
Termi-
list but they're both
Terminator's on.
they
Yeah,
were
Terminator's
at
on my
some
list.
point. They were
Yeah.
at some
Hmm.
point. That's what I'll say.
Okay.
Hmm.
So at
Hmm.
number 5 I put Harry Potter. Um because I read the books and I loved the movies. I see your face, Orozco. Ooh, put that face away.
The things that get shown on the videos. That's why I was trying my best not to say nothing, Stevens. What the fuck?
It doesn't matter.
You
I
left off.
still feel the
You
judgment.
left off. You left off Rocky for that. All right, continue,
Here,
Stevens. Go ahead. God
because
damn.
because right, not only did I read and the movies were whatever, but I love that there is now a Harry Potter land in every fucking Universal Park. Like and they're some of the best themed lands in these parks.
Yeah, they're
Like the
pretty
one
cool.
the ones in Florida where they go back and forth and stuff. So it's not like, that's what I mean. Like, I can go and enjoy Harry Potter without having to watch the movies over and over again. So that's why I put it there. Number 4, and you might call it cheating or whatever, but I couldn't break it down because the MCU is the MCU. So I put the MCU / Avengers because the Avengers
That's my
is a
honorable
thing.
mention. That's my
There
honorable
you go.
mention.
That's my number 4.
Not my.
There's a lot. There's a lot there. I mean, how do you not like the stories of them coming together and their origin stories, and then like they're
I,
well acted, they're well done. There's a
you
land also.
you guys know I'm not a big comic book guy, but those movies are amazing, man. They did some crazy shit with those movies, and I couldn't put it in my top 5, but it was one I had to leave off, and it's an honorable mention for me.
Yeah, and there was a lot because I was like, oh, as itself, Iron Man could have been a franchise, right? As we talked about, Captain America could, like,
Yeah,
there were so many within
yeah.
itself, and I was just like, no, I'm putting them off. It's a whole big thing. At number 3, this is where I had a really hard time. I didn't know what to put at number 3. But I put
Not
it's
Rocky,
funny that number.
apparently.
No, I did not. I did not put Rocky in my. It's on my list though. It's in my 12. That's what I'm saying. And my number 3 is Jaws because it kicked off summer blockbusters. Like, it is the first summer blockbuster movie. It is probably, I don't know that it's my go-to horror movie because I don't necessarily refer to it as horror, but it is a horror movie for a lot of people. It's just a great first movie. The other ones, they're not the greatest. But that first movie is great. It's awesome.
It's
so
so good. It's so good that it's 2 places ahead of Harry Potter, which I would say that you probably enjoy a lot more of those movies.
I watched Jaws more than all of the 8 Harry Potter movies.
Okay.
That's why it's up there.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why it was number 3. And then at number 2, I had to go Star Wars. Just because there is a love for those first 3 movies, and then love-hate relationships with all the others. But Rogue One is great. It also inspired a land that I have spent a lot of time in.
Also well themed. It looks great.
Yeah, it's fun, and it has lore, and there's a just whole shit ton of stuff to it. So I went with Star Wars just because there's a lot of other, contributing factors and whatnot. But my number 1, and I know you guys won't have it on there, but it came up in conversation, and I was like, oh, fuck yeah, this is my number 1 because I watched this movie. Well, I watch these movies any chance I get, but I put Vacation.
Okay.
National Lampoon's
Vacation, because I will watch Vacation every summer a couple times. I will watch Christmas Vacation every Christmas
Vacation
at least 5 times in December alone, and then
there's 3 of them.
No, European, Christmas, Vegas, and the original. And then there's
I don't think I've ever seen
ones
Vegas
with Eld Helms or whatever. You never seen Vegas Vacation?
I don't think I've ever seen Vegas. European, Christmas, the regular one,
He loses all his money, and he goes to play games to try to win his money back. He borrows money from cousin Eddie, and he goes to play games, and they're literally playing fucking guess the number of fingers I have behind my back. These are the games that he's playing in the casino to try to win. And his son's like 16, and he wins all these cars. Yeah, it's just, and then Wayne Newton's in that movie. Yeah,
there you go. Okay,
it's a good franchise, and it was funny. But of all the movies, that's probably ones that I watch a lot more than all of the others. So I put Vacation. There you go.
I like it. That's dope. All right, that's the top 5 with 2 honorable mentions. Enrique, your honorable mentions are?
Fuck. So the Avengers
Do you
is
need
1.
me to go?
No, the Avengers is 1.
Okay.
And I literally just thought of one that I can't believe I really would want to put in my top 5, but I'm just gonna put it as an honorable mention. And I hate it because I hate to do that because it's probably one of my favorites. But it's for me, Toy Story.
I had that on my list too.
Yeah.
Good call.
Well, those are going to be
Hmm.
honorable mentions, and then all
Okay.
right, here we go. Are you ready, Ivan? Because we're gonna have. I feel like the reason why we get
It's
along is
a
because
bro fest. I
I
already
mean,
know.
I don't know.
um,
We'll see. We'll
we'll
see.
see, we'll see. My number
Uh huh.
5 is Back to the Future.
I had
Good
that on
call.
my
I
honorable.
love Back to the
Mhm.
Future. They
Yeah,
hold
that's a good
up to
one.
this day. I like all of them. I like 3. People, that's
Three
their
is
least favorite.
good.
I love. I mean,
Yeah, people hate on it. Like,
yeah,
come on, bro.
it's they're all. I like that how much different it is than all the other ones, and it's great.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's fucking great.
Hmm.
And 2 is
Hmm.
wacky as fuck, but I
Man,
love
bro.
it.
Hmm.
And then 1 is such a classic. I mean, you can rewatch it. It's just amazing.
Those are
There
good
is
one.
a whole
Those are good
yeah. So
movies.
that's my number
Yeah.
Hmm.
5. My number 4 is Rocky.
Mhm.
On
I
my
mean,
list.
Mhm.
Rocky is. I mean, what can you say? Rocky. I was just talking to my daughter about this last night. I was telling her because she hasn't watched any of them, and I
Mhm.
kind of gave her a heads up on Rocky 1 because Rocky 1 I feel like is way different than the rest of the franchise. It's got just a different. It's got a different tone.
I
If you
think
go
so.
Mm.
back and watch it,
I feel like Balboa goes back to that though.
yes, yes, I agree. I
Like
agree.
it's sad.
Yes,
You
I
know what I
agree.
mean? Like it's
Yeah,
sad or whatever. But anyways, you better sorry,
yeah.
continue, continue. Hmm.
But yeah, I mean, back in the day, obviously watching Rocky, just what it made like it just made you feel like
You can do
I
it.
like the next
Yeah.
day I was gonna become a professional boxer. Like that's it. It
Yeah.
was decided. Like
Yep.
I'm ready. I'm ready to
Yep.
go
Hmm.
running, and
Hmm.
it's just what those movies they did such a good job with the training scenes and
Yep.
anyways they're amazing. So that's my number 4. My number 3, I mentioned earlier, American Pie. American Pie, I love.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I enjoy all the movies. Even remember they came out with
Four.
the dad, the dad, the guy that plays the dad,
Eugene Levy, right?
Eugene
There it is.
Levy.
Yeah.
They did like a whole bunch of side American Pies that were not
Yeah.
even and
They were
and
like
I've
made for video or something, right?
yeah, and
Yeah.
they're all
Okay.
funny. Yeah, I enjoyed the shit out of all of them.
Mhm.
I
They
love it.
weren't great, but I was like, yeah, fuck yeah, more American Pie. I don't give a fuck. It's great.
Mhm.
So that's my number 3. I mean, honestly, I spent so much time watching those movies, so I had to put it there. My number 2, this is probably the franchise that I've seen the most of. Um, Fast and the Furious.
I'm
Family.
surprised it's so low.
I know,
Bro,
I know.
I gotta be zero. I gotta be like above one. Like I said, I got for sure,
I'll tell
bro.
you why. I tell you why I had to bump it down to number 2 is because they really lost me in a couple of them where they just went too hard. And honestly, like I remember, I forget which one it was where I walked out of the theater and I was like, God damn it, they went too far. It's not even that wasn't even fun. I was just rolling my eyes the whole
Oh.
time.
They took
Um,
LA out of it too. Let's be
yes,
real.
Yeah.
They took
They're all
LA out
yeah.
of
around
it.
the world
That's why.
now. Yeah.
That's what your problem is. They got out of LA, right? Like that helped.
I'll tell you the one scene in the whole franchise that I still have issues with, and it pisses me off every
The
time I
one.
see it. Yeah, well, the top one. There's a lot, but the one that just is the top of the list is when
Mhm.
they're on a bridge and they're going, and he's on the hood of the car, and
Uh-huh.
there's a car coming the other way, and he
Uh-huh.
jumps. The car's probably going 7,000 miles per hour, and he jumps and lands on the other car and holds on. Doesn't ever like. I'm like,
Hmm.
come on, bro. Like,
Yeah.
really? This is what we're doing now? Like, I
At
get
least put
it.
at least put a little tumble in there, right?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
Like he almost fell off. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So,
They stole
anyways,
DVD players. I mean, what the
I
fuck?
know. The first one is so like, ah,
It's good.
Yeah.
it's
It's
like
good.
it's like a sweetheart of a movie. I fucking love it.
Yeah.
Number one,
All
the
right, number
reason
one.
number
This
one is
is
The
where
Godfather. The
yeah, I knew that
Godfather,
was
bro.
coming. I knew that was
Yeah,
coming too.
yeah, bro.
Yeah.
That's not on your list, Steelers, at all.
It was up there, but it's not ones I
Not your cup of
revisit a
tea.
lot. Yeah. Like I like
Mm.
them, I enjoy them, but I don't revisit a lot.
Yeah.
So
You know,
I
I read
had to
something crazy
consider
today,
that.
What?
or today or yesterday. that Al Pacino walked out of the premiere and didn't watch The Godfather till 50 years later.
Why?
Really?
I didn't read the rest of it, dog. I ain't got no
There's
time for that shit, but I read that, boy.
so
That's what he said.
he has a new book out that talks about
Really?
a lot of stuff for him. So this is why he's in the news a lot right now, because people are pulling stuff from the book.
What's it
One of the
called? So I don't read it.
I forget. I'm sure you won't find it because you're not looking for books. But one of the stories that I found unique that I saw about him, not because I didn't see that one, but he lost so he was thinking he had like 50 million in the bank or whatever, and was doing all this stuff, and he kept looking at the numbers. He'd look at the bank and it stayed like 50 million, like nothing was ever changing. And he looked into something, and don't quote me, I haven't read the book, I'm just quoting someone else who told this, but like his finance person stole everything from him, and he had
God damn.
nothing. And so you remember there was a time where you were like, why is Al Pacino doing this Ben Stiller movie? Why is
Yeah.
Al Pacino doing this Adam Sandler movie? Um, because he had to take every fucking job he was offered so he could start making money. Because he lost everything.
Damn.
That's a bummer, right? Like it happens.
That is
Like you,
sad.
like you hear these stories about these just wealthy people getting ripped off all the time. Like I feel bad for them, but like I
Is
don't
a
know.
book called Sunny Boy?
Yeah, that might be it. Is it new? Is it the new one?
Um,
Let me see.
Publication date October 8th, 2024.
Oh, yep. Then
Oh,
that's
there it
it.
is.
That's it.
I might
Add it
get
to
this.
Damn,
So
your.
dude, that's crazy.
I might have to get this as for a decoration for my office.
That's awesome. So, have people said the book's pretty good though?
From what I've heard, it's just people are like, "Oh my gosh, I didn't know this. I didn't know that." So nobody's really saying like the book's great. It's all like the things they're talking about it, which usually means,
So
right,
that's
like
probably
it's
where this other
conversation
story
starter.
came out.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, so that's probably where that other story came over. That's crazy. So, what is it about the Godfathers? What about that put it over even Fast and the Furious for you?
Well,
I
I just think
know.
they're just. I mean, the Godfather and the Godfather 2 are probably some of the best movies of all time. I mean, I can't put any, as much as I love Fast and Furious, I can't for myself. I can't put those ahead of any of the Godfathers. Even 3, I mean, maybe 3 I can put maybe. No, no, let's be real. The third Godfather is still better than any of the Fast and Furious.
Do
Um,
you do a yearly rewatch like Orozco does?
I don't really. I it's one of the where I'm funny with movies now is if a movie, I'm always like, oh, I need to watch that movie, but I always like in my mind have to have the perfect scenario for me to sit down and watch a movie. I want it to be
Mm,
quiet. I want it to be where I'm not
Hmm.
gonna be bothered, where I can just sit and enjoy the movie. I'm not gonna be having to do something else. I always have stuff to do. I'm always, and so
Hmm.
I never go to it, and I never just push play and watch it. If I ever do, I'll sit and watch it. But
right.
it's just getting to the point where I start
The
watching a
time to
movie.
watch it.
Hmm.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Hmm.
But I mean, Godfather to me it is something that I think we talked about this before, Ivan, where it's a perfect movie to just have on in the background, honestly, and even
Hmm.
two is probably even better for that. I
But
did
it's
I
it's
did
it's.
rewatch two not too long ago, and it's fucking great. I think I told you
Mhm.
not too long ago I may like it more than the first one.
Yeah, which is
Mm,
yeah, yeah. I mean, that's not crazy to say that.
No,
Like
but
if you
I'm
told me,
saying like,
I think that three's the
well,
one. Then I'd be like, what the
yeah,
fuck are you talking about,
fair,
bro? But
yeah,
yeah,
fair. But, um, just the first one is such a classic, and it's the first one. You always gotta respect the fact that it's the first one.
hmm.
Um, but the second one is so fucking good. Like the beginning
Hmm.
of it, you know,
Hmm.
the way it starts, and then just the journey after that it's just really great. It's just
Right.
it's
Mhm.
amazing. So I had to put that on my number
And
one.
they're only good to leave on like that because we've watched it so many times,
Right?
bro.
No,
Because if it's your
exactly.
first, second, if it's your first
Uh-huh.
20 watches, pay attention to that shit. But
Yeah,
if it's after 20, then you can leave it on in the background or whatever. I'm
Uh-huh.
yeah,
okay with
Uh-huh.
that.
yeah.
But that's a top 5 for Enrique. Honorable mentions, this shit. Oh, this was hard, guys. This was so freaking hard. But my honorable mention that I almost feel like I'm giving it a participation award, and if I have to be truly honest, is Star Wars.
Mhm.
Okay.
Like, Rogue One is awesome. Empire Strikes
Mhm.
Back, amazing. I don't mind Revenge of the Sith. I actually think that's cool. But
Mhm.
god damn it, there's a lot of misses in that bitch. There's a lot
Mhm.
of misses in there, dude.
Mhm.
So, but they have some good ones. My other honorable mention is Godzilla.
Oh
Just as
yeah,
a movie franchise,
it's in
man.
my
Like,
12. It's in my top 12.
dude, it's
It's in
so
my
good.
top
That
12.
one was hard. That one's hard to keep off the top 5. Like, I struggled with that because there's so many different versions of it.
Mhm.
But man, I think there's way more hits in that one to me than Star Wars.
Oh yeah.
I will tell you that. Like, I
Well,
think
there's a
there's way
lot
more
more
hits in it.
movies to choose from, right?
Yeah, there
Yeah.
is, and and there's a lot of misses too. Don't get me wrong, but the
Yeah.
hits are hits, bro. It's just big
Yeah.
monster movie. It just works. But officially top 5. I might have cheated with number 5, but I don't give two flying fucks because it is my list. Is the instead of the MCU, I'm gonna call it the Smith CU. Is
Mm,
Kevin Smith's movies,
Oh,
bro?
oh
They're all
man.
one big universe. And
yeah.
dude, they're funny, they're
It's true.
touching. The last one made me cry. Like, it just worked.
Well,
That one
Clerks
recently,
itself is
like,
3. You could just do Clerks.
it is. But
Yeah.
I'm putting in Silent Bob and Jay. I'm
Yeah.
putting like
Strike
they're coming out
Back.
with a new movie.
Yeah.
It's coming back. Like, just like
Yeah.
Kevin Smith, bro. It just worked for me, man. It's fun. It was completely weird and different. The first time I saw Crooks, I'm like, what the fuck is this, bro?
Yeah.
Like, it was. I like it. I just enjoy them. I enjoy the shit out. Silent Bob and Jay, fucking just every time they're on screen, bro, I'm like, they make me laugh out loud. Like, the last one where they live their whole life based on Morris Day and the time, and like,
Yep.
just like those random shits they pull out of it when Homeboy has
Yeah.
his dick tucked back and he's dancing to Silent Horses. Like,
Yeah.
it's just like this shit just hits, bro. Like, the whole conversation about when they're making fun of Lord of the Rings compared to Star
Yeah.
Wars, and they're like,
Yeah.
that fucking movie's about walking. Everybody walks in the movie, including the trees. Like, just line
Mhm.
after line, bro. I love me the Kevin Smith universe. I love that he's like self-made.
Yes, it's good.
He's nobody's
Good call.
son. He's
Yep.
nobody's like nothing. He's self-made, bro. He's Rocky. He like
Yep.
is living the Rocky story, bro. Like, that's what he did.
Well, and
Number
Clerks
4.
cost 20 grand, right? And now he has all these movies to make a verse,
Yeah,
right? So yeah.
yeah, dude. And it's like, yeah. Even the kids making fun of him. I always thought you guys get married in a Star Wars wedding. Who's Princess Leia in this situation? Yeah, I love it. Number 4. So a lot of different versions of this too, but the greatest superhero of all time, when they put him on the screen,
I
Batman,
Superman.
I fucking
know.
Superman.
love Batman. Get the fuck out of here. Batman is amazing.
I
Even
that
the
was
worst
told you that
Batman
one
movie,
too.
I'll take George Clooney Batman over a fucking Superman movie. But I'll take Adam West running around with the fucking Acme bomb on top of his head, saying sometimes you don't know where to get rid of a bomb. I'll take that over a Superman movie. But the hits are fucking hits,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah, Dark
Come on.
Knight's one of the best
Dark
movies
Knight,
ever.
bro.
I
Come
thought
on.
about those too.
All three of those. All
Yeah,
three of
yeah,
those are good. All
yeah.
three of those are good. The Batman,
Yeah.
fucking, I enjoyed the shit out
Hmm.
of that. Batman 89, bro. Like, that was good. Dark Knight, the second Batman
Yeah.
Returns, Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman, Danny DeVito, and the only thing he should ever have been in his life as the
Yeah,
Penguin, bro.
yeah.
Like, they just worked.
Yeah.
I like 3. I thought Jim Carrey was cool. Like, I like how he played that Riddler, right? There's different versions of it. And I thought that was a cool one. So Batman it's my favorite superhero. I've read so much of that to
Hmm.
see it on the screen and to be like so far like in 89, even though Superman was before that, obviously, right? But 89 and even the Adam West show, I have that on Blu-ray because those are stupid fun. Like, watching those Batmans are stupid fun. So I really enjoy that.
That's a
Mhm.
good call.
Number Trace, Terminator, bro.
Okay.
Yeah.
Terminator,
I put it in there.
Terminator. Terminator 1, great. Terminator 2, one of my favorite movies of all time. I've already talked about that. Fucking still holds up amazing. And
Yeah.
the last Terminator was good. Plus, the last
Mhm.
Terminator had a Mexican Terminator. Fuck
Mhm.
yeah, I'm
What?
in, bro.
What?
Like,
Mhm.
yeah,
It was
yeah,
good.
yeah, dude. It was good, bro.
Yeah,
And
the
it
last
starts
one
off,
was good.
spoiler alert, fucking eat a wiener, I don't care, it's old. And it begins with the son getting killed from Terminator 2.
Yeah.
Like right at the beginning, you're like, okay, this movie's gonna be pow. What the fuck? Like he's just shot at the beginning. And Sarah Connor comes back. Bro, Sarah Connor doing pull-ups in the crazy ward in fucking Terminator 2, bro, is so badass. She's a badass in Terminator
Yeah.
2. Talk about a fucking like that lady is fuck yeah, bro. Yeah, it's just so cool. So fucking cool. And yeah, in Terminator, in the last Terminator, she was still a badass, but she was like a sad badass. Because
Yeah.
at this point, like she's just it was good. Yeah, if you haven't watched Salvation, bro, I will tell you, you
It's
don't have to
good.
watch all the other shit in between, but just watch that one. It
Yeah.
literally is like 1, 2, 6, or 5, right?
I don't know what the number is,
No,
but yeah,
number,
it's
but
good.
yeah, it literally like starts off where the other one ends and then
Yeah.
goes into its own thing. And it's
It's
good.
good.
Yeah, it's really, really cool. So Terminator for sure. Number two, it's hard not to put it at one, but it is your one, Godfather. I mean, you've
Yeah.
already said it, bro. It's some of the
Mhm.
greatest shit ever put on film. I
Damn, what
refuse
the
to show
fuck
it to
did
my
you put
son
at
yet.
one?
I wonder. Yeah, but
I
like
wonder too.
I'm waiting. I don't think my son's still ready for this shit, bro. Like
No, we just talked to
it's
him about this
too
not too long
good.
ago. He's not ready.
It's too good. He's not ready,
And
bro.
if you
Like
show him
you're
too
just not.
early, and if I made this mistake already. I already did
Me
this.
too. Yep.
I showed it to
Mm-hmm.
my daughter, and she wasn't feeling it. And I'm like, "Oh, dude, I just ruined The Godfather for you. Like, you weren't ready
Mm-hmm.
for this. You
Mm-hmm.
weren't ready, and now
Yeah.
it's ruined."
But the scary thing is, bro, he might never be ready. I just noticing with these kids, bro, like it just might
Mhm.
they're built different, bro.
It's too slow.
You
It's
had
gonna
a
be
great
too
point.
slow.
And Enrique had a great fucking point. There's no need for that whole wedding at the beginning of
Hmm.
one, but that wedding is so necessary. In that
It's
wedding,
amazing.
you
It
see
sets the
you see
scene.
how Alfredo's nobody gives a shit about him. He's useless. You see that fucking what's his name's a hothead with a big old dick, and then Michael's like not sure of what he's about. Like it sets up the whole movie. But if you don't know that, you just think, why are they at the wedding? Like, you know what I mean? And then you see who the
And the
Don is.
sister,
Like,
and the sister too.
oh
You
yeah, and
see,
the sister, you see her, yeah.
Mhm.
And then you see the Don. You see fucking when he tells and look, I know it's not politically correct, but god damn it, I wish I could slap my son sometimes and tell him just to act like a man. Like sometimes, motherfucker, you just gotta buck up. Like I don't know, that's all he's saying. Take out the word
well,
man. He's just telling you, bro. Like sometimes you gotta buck up, bro. Like life's gonna beat the shit out you, but fuck it, get over it and move on. Like you know what
well,
I mean?
and
Like
and the whole
you
the whole
know?
idea that there's
Oh,
his daughter's wedding is happening, and
mm-hmm,
he's up in his office
mm-hmm,
taking meetings.
mm-hmm,
He's that
mm-hmm,
dude.
Mhm.
Where
mm-hmm.
that whole
But
feeling of it is just like,
But at the same time, he tells that some bitch, a man who
yeah,
doesn't spend time with the family isn't really a man, bro.
yeah,
Like, so he's doing his work because he has to, but
yeah,
he's still gonna put in time with his
yeah,
family. And
yeah,
you're a piece of shit because you don't spend time with your kids. Like, fuck, dude, oh god, so good, so good, so good. And
yeah,
I still say that framing. First off, I think the best intro to a movie ever is the first Godfather. When my man's asking for a favor, and the Godfather's like,
Good.
"How disrespectful are you, dog? Am
mm-hmm,
I not the fucking Godfather to your kid? You never invited me to break bread with you. Like,
mm-hmm.
fucking love it." But then that ending shot of one where my man's in the door frame and she's just asked him, if are you basically are you a mafioso? And he's like, "I'm a fucking one time, bitch, I'm gonna let you ask me this question." Then he lies to her
Yeah,
straight in her face, and then they
yeah,
frame it with him getting kissed on the hand. God, and
yeah,
that's just one. That's
yeah,
just one. We haven't even got to two. Now, look, three, people shit on three all the time. And all I tell people is because you're comparing it to one and two.
right.
Yeah.
Stop it. Yeah, I get why you're comparing it, but don't just, it's
And
just a decent movie.
it's got
Take
the
out the weird
weird
cousin
it's
stuff.
got the weird cousin thing. I think that's what people don't like, bro. It is
Yeah,
weird.
I get it. I get it.
Yeah,
I get it. But I like him. I like him.
yeah,
I like how he's like a cross. He starts off as Sonny, but then he becomes Michael. Like, I don't know if
mm-hmm.
that makes any sense, right? Like he kind of takes that trip through the movie. I don't know. And another thing that realized me too is that I'm gonna die holding an orange in my hand. Because anytime motherfuckers hold oranges in this franchise, they all fucking die, bro. Anytime there's an
uh,
orange involved, you're gonna die. But yeah, love it. Godfather, fucking amazing. But bar for bar, hour for hour, time of that I replayed and
yeah,
repeated and
okay,
watched these movies.
yeah,
Rocky, bro.
yeah.
Rocky is fucking beautiful. Take out five. Take out five, and I'll
You
still
don't like
rewatch it.
you don't like
But take out
Tommy?
five. It's not even Tommy. They don't fight in a ring. There's just
Yeah,
that whole shit
it's all
doesn't
that
work. But
the street fighting.
you
Yeah,
take out 5, and all those movies are great. I don't give a shit. I like 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and the Creeds because
yeah,
fuck it, it's the same goddamn universe. So I'm putting the 3 Creeds in there too, bro. What
yeah.
franchise can say they've had 8 great movies? Like that's fucking insane. Like you know what I mean? Like to have that many good at least movies in one franchise, like bro. And Enrique said it. They're different. Like they're
Mhm,
not all the same. Like they're different. Like Rocky Balboa, if you guys haven't watched that, go back and just watch the conversation he has with his son
mhm.
about because his son's like, "Oh, dude, my life's hard," and fucking Rocky takes him out of that restaurant and basically says like, "You some bitch," like
Yeah,
life
you
isn't
don't know
about
what
getting
hard
hit.
is. Yeah,
Yeah, life's not about getting hit. It's about fucking falling down and see how many times you can get back up. Just so many
yeah,
good scenes.
Well,
Rocky 4 makes you just want to work out.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's a movie of
In the
fucking just
snow,
all
like
just in
yeah.
the snow, bro. Fucking like crushing pictures of Drago. Drago! Like, god damn, bro. Like so good. Rocky Balboa too sad. So fucking
mhm.
sad, bro. When Paulie tells him that he had the best of his sister,
Yeah.
and you just see like, fuck, Paulie, you're a piece of shit. But like, I feel bad. Like,
One
it's
of
so
the
sad, dude.
one of the
Oh,
best
so
things
good.
that Sylvester Stallone did with that franchise too, that at the time, no one, I don't think many people were doing in their movies, is the protagonist in this case loses
Mm.
at the end.
Hmm. Hmm.
Like you're watching this
Makes
and
it
you're like, wow, he's
realistic.
gonna fucking win, and the
Yeah,
fact that he loses, it's like, whoa, like what the fuck? He just
yeah.
lost.
Yeah.
But like it's crazy because even when he wins, he loses. Whether it's
Mhm,
all his money because
Right,
Polly's a
right.
piece of shit and signed him over, he
mhm.
loses his fucking trainer. He loses his him.
Yeah.
He's fucking getting punch drunk. Like you know, like no matter what, dude, like he loses. Like, but he keeps fucking coming, and that's amazing,
Hmm.
bro. And then
Hmm.
Creed is great. The
Yeah.
3 Creeds are fucking awesome. So yeah, for me, hands down, Rocky got to
Okay.
be my favorite franchises for sure. So we doubled up again this time, right? We did with
Yep,
Rocky, with The Godfather.
yep,
That's it.
yep.
No
Yeah, I think so.
threes. No threes across the board this time. Ah, okay. All right. But yeah, those are some great movie franchises, guys. We could have fucking kept talking about these forever in a day because there's so many good ones out there for sure. But I can put up Rocky for anything. It's amazeballs. But check them out, guys. We got Rocky. We got National Lampoons. I love that, Stevens. That's fucking amazing. And The Godfather is our top ones. So check it out, guys. Make sure you go to all our socials and everything. Stevens, do we have a Instagram?
We do. It's at the Cinco podcast. You can
Hmm.
find us there. We're live on
So
Spotify right now. I mean,
nice. So check out
not
Spotify,
live,
guys.
but we do have
Yeah,
podcasts on Spotify.
we're working our way to Apple. We're trying to figure that out. The man's trying to keep us down. I think I'm gonna go to X and have fucking what's his name give me $1 million for voting or whatever the fuck he's doing. But yeah, check us out everywhere, guys. Let us know what you think of our list. Give us some of your top 5. Give us other things to talk about. But we enjoyed this one because it was so hard. That usually means it's good. But guys, check us out next week. We'll be back again with a new top 5, something different every week, guys. So have a good one. Enrique, say bye.
Bye.
What's up, Stevens? Let him know.
Bye, guys. See you in a week.
And remember, my name's Yvonne, guys. Have a great week. Enjoy yourselves. Love you guys and see you guys next week.